Assalamualaikum and good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Prof.
Okay, I hope everyone is fine and ready for class today. Before we start, I just would like to remind you again that you need to look at the materials on how to grow new customers that I shared in the WhatsApp group, and also it's in your clip. Okay, and there's another document on Blue Ocean strategy where it summarizes the 3 characteristics of a good strategic profile. Okay, so from now on, I would like you to include this in your solution. The summary on how to grow new customers is very crucial because as we know and as we learn, you cannot totally rely on your existing customers. You must have some mechanisms on how to expand, on how to attract new target customers. Because as you develop your strategy and your strategy become unique, you prefer to also grow your customer base. Similarly, for the characteristics of a good strategic profile refers to the new strategy, the new blue ocean strategy that you have developed after you in the process of solving the case. Okay, so there are 3 characteristics which are focus, divergence, and compelling tagline. Okay, so look at these documents. And for the next case number 3, which will be your case number 25 in the book, I would like you to start applying these concepts and these tools in your solution. Okay, so with that, I also would like to remind you that your group project presentation will begin on 20th January. 20th January, I hope you take notes. 20th January class, maybe starting from that class, we have to extend the hours, the duration. Maybe we have to start from 2:30. And also on the 27th of January, we will wrap up the group project presentation, meaning that we will reserve 2 classes, two Thursdays, the last 2 Thursdays for the group presentation. This is your group project, which is worth 30% altogether. Okay, so on the 29th of January, most likely you will have your test. This is equivalent to the final exam. But for this class, due to the COVID, we made new arrangement. You don't have final exam. You will just have this big test, which should be treated as a final exam. It is not called final exam because it will be conducted outside the final exam time. So we propose on the 29th of January to be the date of the test. And this will be all the 3 groups will take the test at the same time. So take note of that. 29th of January, which will be immediately. It will be a Saturday immediately after your last class, meaning that you must be ready from earlier on, not to wait until you finish your last class. The last 2 classes are dedicated for the group presentation. Okay, so today is 16th of December. You'll be doing your case 2. Okay, case 3 will be discussed beginning next Thursday, and we will wrap it up on 30th of December, the Thursday following that. And then we will start on January 6th to do case 4 and wrap it up on 13th of January. So basically you have 2 weeks for every case. You only have 4 cases, 4 big cases for this class. Okay. So even though we call big cases, they're still small cases compared to cases for the final year students if you're talking about foreign universities. But for us, we rather do it small but in detail, meaning that you have the time to digest, you have the time to think, you have the time to be creative. But whatever it is, try to start early, and your solution should grow as we go. You should not stick to the same analysis as we did for the first case. The second case, you learn something new, you add on the third case, the fourth case, and by the time you do your final test, you inshallah will be able to handle the task where you only have 3 hours or 3.5 hours to solve a big case around 7 or 8 pages. So by that time, you have less time to think, less time to analyze, less time to put in all your thoughts. So the best way to prepare for your final is to prepare for every of the case assignment. Okay. So I really hope all of you take this seriously, because this is not the same as other courses. You may end up, not having enough time for the final test if you never really try to solve the cases on your own first. Solve on your own first, discuss with your group, come up with the group solution, present it to the class, learn from other groups' solution, go back, discuss, modify, revise, and resubmit. That's what we do in this class. Okay. So without further ado, I now would like to invite Group ACEs to present your second case. Any question while waiting for them to set up?
Doctor, I have
Yes.
one question, Ani Sophia.
Okay, Anis.
For the final test, the question will be in the same format as before, like in clip?
Yes, generally, it will not be, may not be exactly the same, but it will not be much different. It's about, solving the case using blue ocean strategy. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Doctor. Thank you, Prof.
Okay, from ACES.
Hello, Prof. Dengar?
Ya,
Did you hear
silakan use the slide format. Okay, before you start, Before you start, let me just ask this question. Why do you choose this flower motif for your solution? Just out of curiosity.
I think maybe my group the majority is for women, so they love to see the colorful of the slide and so on. So we as a man uh, just follow them.
Okay, just the two of you against the other five.
Yeah.
So definitely they win over you, the two of you. Okay. But anyhow, my point, what I'm trying to highlight here is that when you do professional presentation, make
Yeah.
sure the graphic or the photograph you use reflect the content of your
Yes.
presentation. Okay. So in this particular case, we are talking about farming, we're talking about, agriculture. Try to find pictures that can be associated with the case. Okay.
Okay, Prof. Understand it.
Okay. You would be the presenter, is it?
Yes.
Okay. Silakan.
Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We from Group Access will present for the cases 23, which is Azlan for farming innovation and online business. So this slide show the issues, which is for the first issues. For the first issue, show the problem faced by Azlan. He is in difficult situation to start his business. This is due to the land management require various process and procedure to start any business activity. In addition, resource management to run a farm requires a lot of capital production as well as time consuming. For the second issue, the agriculture management involve many aspects, including the aspect that are very important and will give a very high impact in this business, which is the process of planting care. In this case, Azlan feels that when he dives into this business, it's difficult to maintain quality. This is due to the hygiene of the plant itself require high degree of expertise. And the last issue, which is Azlan facing the financial crisis. As we all know from the cases, Azlan received a sum of RM 300,000, which is he he think might be enough to run his business. But when it involved various management, such as in the case stated that it involved administration and licensing, it slowly consume its capital and it affect the fast revenue. So, so the next slide.
Okay, there's no need to present. Everybody looks at this slide and give some comments from other groups. From Dalgona, anyone from Dalgona? You have anything to say about this analysis, the SWOT analysis?
I want to ask, what are what does they mean by agricultural care weakness?
Thank you, Anis.
Yeah, it's a good question. Our group choose to select agriculture care as the weakness because, as we all know, when we go into planting care, uh, it's very difficult to maintain the hygiene and to maintain the fast growing of the plant itself. So it may be the weakness for Azlan to maintain all the care process. Is it answer your question?
No.
In my opinion, no, because as we can see from the start of the company foundation until now, the company is in had, I think they didn't mention any weaknesses about agricultural care, but that is only my opinion.
Okay, it's good to have different opinions, and let us hear from others. Anybody agree or disagree with this point? Agricultural care as a weakness for this company? Shamir from Pastel.
Yes. Hi, madam.
Yeah, hi, how are you?
I fine. Thank you.
Good. Okay, what do you think? We have contrasting opinion about the weakness. What about you?
I think I agree with not a presenter. I agree with other side. Siapa nama you?
Anis. Anis.
Anis.
Oh,
Yes. Due to agriculture care is not a weakness.
okay.
Yes.
At least we have 2 against 1 now. Okay. So for group ACEs, yeah, Nazri, you should go back and think about this again, discuss with your group members, find out, be certain whether agriculture care is a weakness or not. Okay.
Okay, Prof.
Okay. Now, before we move on, let me ask this group, did you do any industry analysis for this particular case? Good. Okay. Now, what do we see here? Barriers to entry, high suppliers power, low buyers power, high. Life cycle, where are they now? In terms of life cycle. Decline, is it so? Relative decline. Yang bawah,
Because
yes.
we do some research for GDP in 2019, the agriculture contribute only 11 and 45% of total GDP.
And that's the reason why you say it's declining.
Yes, Prof.
That's 2019. Because of the reduced contribution to GDP, the industry is declining. Any opinion from other groups? Rishantini, do you agree that it is declining, the industry itself? What industry are we talking about here?
Industry analysis, Prof.
Yeah, industry apa?
Agriculture.
Agriculture.
Culture industry. So there's a huge agriculture consists of so many components or sub-industries. Okay, you're looking at the whole, the entire agriculture industry. Is there any analysis that is more specific to farming industry? Inside agriculture, there's also farming. Did you check whether farming is declining or not?
It's growing.
It's growing. Okay, so it's either declining or growing or stagnant. Okay. For this, I also would like to advise you to double check, yeah, especially for specific sub-industry of farming. Okay, let's move on. What are those items at the bottom?
Key
Key
success
success
factor.
factor.
Key success factors. Technological capability, effective distribution, multiple segmentation, innovation products, good governance. Good governance. Good governance is a key success factor for every firm. Okay, so you may want to take that out. Yeah, because that's very general. Find a key success factor that is specific to this particular industry. Okay, now let's see your next slide. Next. Baru keluar. Okay, now is your blue ocean strategy. Okay, everybody, look at this and share with us what you think. They want to reduce what, raise what, eliminate, and create. And they have 3 things to create. Kirtana? Do you have
Yes,
any
madam.
comment? Yeah, you have any comment on any of this?
I just have one question.
Okay.
How does the disable the middleman in the eliminate part works?
Good question.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay. For eliminate, group choose disable the middleman. Okay. As we know, Atop have several agent and broker to deal with the wholesaler. So we can eliminate the middleman to cut their cost and can increase their profit. They can deal direct to the wholesaler using Gmail or any other social media platform. In addition, using this method, it can lowering their total trading cost and making the system even more profitable. So our group chose to eliminate disable the middleman.
So for the entire business under Atop, there will be no middleman whatsoever. Everything will be done directly. Is that what you're suggesting? Yes.
Yes.
Or no? Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, but okay, never mind. That is acceptable, provided that you explain in detail what are the implications of that. If you eliminate that, what must be done in order to make sure the distribution and the marketing will be improved? Okay, next slide.
Okay, Prof.
Okay. Okay, let's focus on this. Atop is represented by which one? The blue curve, the blue color. Is it?
The blue color.
Okay. You cannot just say innovation. If you just say innovation like that, there's no mark allocated. Yeah, because of course something that you create would represent an innovation, but what specific innovation? The term innovation is in here as something general. Okay. So can you tell us what do you mean by innovation? What type of innovation?
We choose to make hydroponic plantation system.
Hydroponic. Do you think that's new? I'm sure other companies have also used that same method. So it's not really new.
Other than that, our group also, as we know, Atop also have a plant durian, right? So we can make a paste of durian tempoyak to sell it.
Okay, it's gonna be the traditional durian, tempoyak you said,
Yeah.
or some sort of real new innovation of
Yeah.
whatever, maybe durian jam or durian what? Jam durian rather
Yeah.
than just tempoyak. Tempoyak is not new.
Okay.
Yeah. Something along that line, okay? Another thing I would like to point out to everybody, yeah, when you do this kind of canvas, strategy canvas, it's a good idea to start with price. Your first point, the first item will be price, yeah? Because usually price is one of the strategies. If you're a low price strategy, then there's not much you can offer in terms of, you know, services or in terms of additional features, yeah, because you are low cost compared to the industry and compared to your competitor. So the best way to start is your price, yeah, compared to your competitor. Are you the lowest, or are you in the middle, or are you above? And so that it will make more sense to follow through in terms of the other features that you offer. Okay, this group, okay, you still have a lot to learn. Let's leave it here and listen to other groups' presentation. You can ask questions, or you can get some more clarification. So thank you to group A. We now move to group
Thank you, Prof.
denominators. Thank you so much. Yeah, have an open mind, listen to other people's presentation, and also think of how you can increase the customer base, yeah? Increase your marketing, or also increase the segment of the market that you now want to get into. Okay, denominators, you're next. Okay, cute.
Assalamualaikum, Prof. Do you hear me?
Yes. May I know who's presenting?
I am Anis Izati.
Anis Izati, okay, go ahead. Okay, no need to present, we can read. Okay, you have your problems and alternatives. Anyone disagree with any of the problems? Or any question? Everybody agrees? Lack of support from next generation. Why do you need the support of the next generation?
Okay, from our group, we decided this problem because, as we know, in family business, it's always as a legacy of the family. So Azlan did not have a support from his children. As Azlan hoped to inherit the business to his family. As we know, his children doing their own business.
Okay,
Yep.
that's okay. The point I'm addressing this is to make sure that everybody must be aware that whatever problems you listed here must be solved at the end, meaning that your solution must be mapped against your problems. If you put down lack of support from the new generation as your problem, then in your solution, you must propose some means to handle this or to reduce this or even to eliminate this problem. So,
Okay, Prof.
okay, next slide. Okay, you have nice.
Okay, next slide is SWOT analysis.
Okay, let's everybody look at this slide. You know, I like the farmhouse and the tractor and the windmill. Yeah, very nice picture. You have, what do you mean lack of knowledge as a weakness?
Okay, for lack of knowledge, for Azlan, as we know, he did not grab the opportunity from the government, which is the government offer the grant for agropreneur. So he did not have a guide or mentor in the business. So he let go the grant like that. So we choose the lack of knowledge for this Atop business.
That lack of knowledge pertains to only 1%, the owner. Okay, when we look at strength and weaknesses, we are looking more into the operational methods, functional methods. Well, you're not wrong in saying that, you know, he probably overlooked some of this, but it doesn't really mean, you know, the whole organization is suffering from the lack of knowledge. Okay? My point is that to separate the weakness of an individual from the weaknesses of the business. Yeah. The strength and weaknesses are more likely referred to the operations of the business. Okay. Any question or comment from other groups? Tengku Muhammad Faik. You're in the same group. I know you're in the same group, yeah. Anything you would like to share with us about this? Expand durian business to overseas?
For our company, that as long to expand durian business to overseas is that that what we call it innovation. For innovation, for in the other slide, we state that we're going to create a cryogenic freezing that is a vacuum packed durian plant. Because in overseas, we can say that only Malaysia that has a durian fruit, so we're going to expand the durian business into the overseas.
You say only Malaysia has, but Malaysia buy from Thailand.
The few, yeah.
Mana boleh? Actually, only Malaysia. We see a lot of Thailand durians from Thai all over the place.
Mostly Malaysia.
Okay, be careful when you make a statement.
Okay.
Okay. Next slide. Okay, let me call Ayu Juliana from ACES. What do you think of this analysis, ERRC? Ayu?
Yes, Prof.
Yeah, what do you think of this analysis of the business? Eliminate, reduce, raise, create. You agree with all of them or you have some other suggestions? You don't have any comments? They want to eliminate the traditional method for durian farming.
The traditional method, is it reduce, not eliminate, in my opinion?
it should be reduced, you think?
Yes.
Okay, comments from denominators? Why do you think it should be eliminated instead of just reduced?
Okay. For eliminate the traditional method, as we know in the apa tu case, case they use the
The what?
Okay, Prof, are you hear me, Prof?
Yes.
Okay. We choose to eliminate the traditional method for durian farming because durian is the main business and it is necessary to improve the quality. If we reduce, we cannot improve the quality, just the same level. So we cannot export the low quality. We need to give more benefit for foreign customer. So that's why we eliminate and we want to create more advanced technology or we risk advanced technology.
So after these changes, this company will be very high tech.
Yes,
Okay.
because okay, we reduce manual operation or manpower and we risk advanced technology for durian farming, fertilizer technology. Okay, for the next slide, we can see that what is the benefit of fertilizing fertilizer technology. Okay, first, we can improving various aspect of soil organic matter, soil quality, and soil health. So in this race also focus on improving the efficiency and utilization rate of fertilizer rather than simply increasing soil's nutrition level.
Is that something you get from your research?
What?
What you talk about the durian technology? Or did you do any research on this high-tech durian farming?
Yes, 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 yes.
Okay, that's
Because
good.
in my analysis there has been no export of durian pulp and no export of durian in the form of durian pulp. That's why we need to reach the technology so we can give the benefit more benefit to customer like we know that the foreigner can unskilled to open the durian. That's why we need to create more advanced technology and for we need for the export we need to improve our quality or we need to serve in high quality. That's why the soil is important thing that we must take care must take care.
Okay, let's see your next slide. I'm not saying what you say is right or wrong, you know, I just want you to bear in mind that there could be some other factors that you must take into consideration before you finalize your solution. Okay, let's look at this. Oh, buat kita teringin je pula duriannya. Ha.
Okay, you can visit my restaurant and you can eat durian.
Where?
uh just around ILP, you know, ILP, ILP
Uh-huh.
Gombada.
Uh-huh.
Just around here.
Okay, what is the name of your outlet?
Kalut Cafe.
Kalut.
Yeah.
Okay, you have durian. Okay,
Yes.
from your farm?
No.
Thailand.
Okay. For the answer from Pak I, we must know that we import from Thailand just the little bit of types of durian like tembaga, like just 3 or 4 types of durian. The most of durian in Malaysia we have what we have farm in Perak, Johor, Pahang. So we the biggest export for the durian.
Okay. So now for your blue ocean strategy, what will you do in terms of your new innovation? You're more into
Okay.
exporting.
Yes. We focus on export to increase the profit.
Which country would you target for your export?
Okay. In my analysis, also, the Chinese have high demand for durian, so we need to export there, and we get more profit from the customer.
Let's listen from others. Any comments or opinion on this suggestion? Ahmad Saufi?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Prof.
Anything you would like to add or comment on this slide?
I think, wait, hold on. What the business
This is their blue ocean strategy.
of things that I think
Export.
there's a lot of things that they all can diversify the business. Like nowadays there's a durian creep, like something like that. So I think maybe they can try to make a better packaging. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, something like that maybe, because sometimes people from overseas they cannot touch it, and then maybe they will see from the outside picture with the better picture, then they will maybe more interested in on that. Yeah, that's my thing.
Okay. Okay, that's one opinion. Yeah, something to consider as well. Let's see what you have on your next slide. Thank you, Capital Sophie tadi. Thank you, Sophie. Okay, here
No
you have
problem.
strategy canvas. They eliminate. Okay, they start with price. That's good. But here we see compared to the industry average or the competitors, their price is the lowest. Okay. So when your price is the lowest, you eliminate your traditional method. Your manual operation is also lower than others. You're very high in advanced technology. Advanced technology should have a D at the end, advanced technology. Management, I said many times, they don't put management as a key success factors, yeah. That's very general. Okay, what kind of management are you referring to? If you just say management like that, I would not give any marks, yeah. Okay. And then your creation. How do you pronounce it? Cryogenic, vacuum pack, freezing. Okay. Do you think this is practical? You have you eliminate your traditional method of farming. You use purely advanced technology. just because you use vacuum pack, you think you will be in the blue ocean. Let's hear from, let me see, siapa saya nak panggil? Khairunisa Wahid. Khairunisa, you think their strategy will put them in the blue ocean?
Strategy.
In a strategy canvas, we're talking about the strategy. This is a strategy.
About the graph.
Yeah, the graph reflects the strategy. So this is a strategy in the form of a graph. What do you think? You think this is achievable, or this will make them different from other businesses? Tell us something of what you think.
I think they can achieve the goal.
Why? How? It looks so simple. If this will take you to the blue ocean, then if it's this simple, there's no way you're not gonna be successful. But of course, we know in reality there are so many challenges they have to overcome. What are those key success factors? For me, this is really not. This does not fully address the problems and the objective to be different and unique. Partly, yes, but there are a lot of other things that are very crucial you must have in your strategy. Okay, what are your problems? Go back to your problems. Okay, how do you address problem number 3? In your solution, always double check your solution with your problems. Do you have, solutions that will solve your problems? How do you solve that number 3?
Okay, for the management,
Tak dengar, Anis.
hello?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
For the management in strategic canvas, okay, the strength, we
Maybe someone else can try.
hello?
I have difficulty hearing you, Anis.
Okay,
Okay.
in the case, they have a efficient CEO and expertise in management. So, for that, we choose the management in our strategic canvas.
Oh, okay. Okay. How do I explain this? You look at management as the strength of your business, right? Okay.
Yes.
But that is something that, in itself is expected, for any business to survive, to sustain. Yeah, the overall management must be excellent as much as possible. Yeah. So that's what I mean by saying you don't have to have that in your strategy canvas. The strategy canvas should help you to focus on key factors that would help you to be in the blue ocean. If it's already good, and in this case, it's already expected. If you have some sort of management problem, even, that would be your weaknesses and that you really have to solve internally. But when it comes to the blue ocean, these are the major items that you want everybody in your organization to focus on, so that, by doing so, the whole organization will be unique, will be more competitive, will have some advantages, and at the end, will be profitable and sustainable. So again, look at this slide and always look at your solution. Do you see some consistencies in your problems and in your solution? If not, then you have to make some adjustments. Yeah, it's not as simply list down your problems and state all your solutions. They must be a map, and you must be able to see which solution actually address which problem. Which particular solution is actually to help reduce which problem. Okay. Okay, we thank this group again. Okay, good. You put in a lot of effort to make your slides interesting. And of course, you also, compared to the first group, you also have some differences. Now let's look at the third group. Okay, we move to group pastel. Thank you so much. You guys make me happy when I see the effort, but again, it doesn't mean you should stop there. Think and do some more work. Look at real cases, what they have been done in terms of this particular industry. When you work later on, most of you would probably have to audit, companies in the agriculture sector, because the government now is putting more emphasis on this sector. So familiarize yourself, with the uniqueness, with the challenges, with the prospect of this particular industry. That's the reason why I choose this case, for our class. Okay, let's move to group pastel.
Madam, kejap. Saya baru top up, kejap.
Lah kesian, tak apalah, kita panggil grup lain dulu. Kita panggil grup Togona.
Sekejap, boleh madam, boleh madam, kejap. Boleh madam, boleh.
Okay. Nurul Syahida. Good. Okay. Use the slide version. Problems: limited working capital, fluctuations, sales, financial risk. All very general, very general. For the problems, the more specific you state them, of course, the higher marks you get, and the easier for you later on to solve the case. Yeah. Okay, never mind. That's just a reminder. Yeah. Try to be more specific, and when you state your problems, make sure you consider the different functional aspects of operations. Yeah. In operations, we have financial, we have human resource, we have operations. Yeah. Look at the functional areas in business and try to make sure the three problems you have are from different functions. different functions. It's not a good idea, for example, to list down problems that belong to the same function, for example, financial or operations. A smart solution will look at different functional areas and pick up one problem from each function. Okay, let's move on to the next slide. Okay, tell us about this industry analysis. This looks interesting.
Okay, Prof. So for our industry analysis, so we have done it for globally and also in Malaysia, and we have more find about data about organic agriculture. So based on the global data, we found that consumers are much aware of their health, so they like to prefer to eat foods which are organically cropped. This is from 2019, and based to United States Department of Agriculture, the organic sales from the year 2016 to 2019 has went up around 31%, which their sales has went until 5.8 billion. For next, based on a study in Center of Sustainability at Queen's College, they have found that organic farming yields can be up to 10 more times more profitable than raw crop conventional. So now it's in Malaysia. So from Malaysia, we have found this data from Mardi that says that organic products are in the demand and have projected a growth of 12.4% a year with financial value more than 20 million a year. And according to My Organic Malaysia, which is a certificate most of the organic farmers have, they stated that 151 farms in Malaysia till now are organic farmers, and the area is 1,848 hectares until now. And they also feel that there's a higher demand for organic vegetables in the current situation.
Okay, this is a very good slide. Yeah. Congratulations, because you have done a good job. Yeah. Here we see, when it comes to agriculture, it has to do with health concern. It usually is protected by some sort of licensing or some sort of body, to make sure that the health of the people is protected. So from this study, you can see, USDA in the US, and then we have in Malaysia, the My Organic. This is good. Well, the purpose of this class and one of the objectives is to expand your knowledge, especially on current issues. This is very current in Malaysia, and even if you notice that very recently there was a big hoo-ha about apa tu panggil durian apa, durian Musang King, growing in the government land and those sort of things. So by having this, doing some industry analysis, you have a good idea about the overall, especially when you want to go into the international market. You also have to do some industry analysis in the global market. I hope other groups will also put this in mind when you do any case. Try as much as possible to get additional information, especially about the industry. Okay, very good. The next slide. Okay, now you do pest analysis. Okay. why do you think in this particular case you want to do the pest analysis? What is the purpose of doing this? Anyone would like to answer that question? This is a sharing session, yeah? You want to tell others why you did this.
Prof, actually, we felt that organic agriculture is something which is very important in economic sector, and for this case, technology also plays an important role. So we felt that pest analysis would be suitable for this case.
Very good, you know. In your case analysis, usually we do not want to tell you what to do. We just ask you questions. Sometimes it's just one big question, and you decide on your own what needs to be done. So that is also a test of your knowledge. Yeah. When you go out to the real world, you have a job, you know, you hold a managerial position, you must decide what is the best approach to use. So this is, you know, clearly good because when you talk about agricultural sector, uh, in our country in particular, you see always there's some political influence in that, you know, because no one will get into agriculture without any government incentive, because usually the margin is very low, you know, the prices are too low, and it's affected by a lot of uncontrolled variables such as weather. You know, you have flooding, sometimes you have, you know, natural disaster and all those things. Yeah. So economic wise, yeah, agriculture is also very important in terms of contribution to the GDP, and also for the well-being of the society. Yeah, in terms of social, you want to make sure that, you know, almost every individual in the country has access to all of this output, agricultural output, yeah, because these are basic needs. And also technology nowadays, technology can increase your efficiency in this sector. And so the pest analysis is of course, will help you to see the whole picture in a more comprehensive but manageable way. Okay, good. Next slide. Okay. Okay, tell us about this.
It's show the comparison between globally and Malaysia. In globally, it increased 75% of the organic farming contributes increase 75% of agriculture production, because awareness related to the health benefits of organic foods in globally. In Malaysia, is Mardi found 90% organic product, in which 53.8% of consumers in Malaysia have organic products at least in 6 months.
Okay.
It's
You okay?
yes, Prof. In Malaysia, 200 organic outlet available in Malaysia is grow rapidly toward the quality and food safety.
Okay.
And the table is income for Atop is, for example, one. If it in income for Atop is increased 40%, but in increase in dollars is 53%. It shows that the dollars is increased 53% compared to the Atop business.
I don't quite understand. Number one, if you If you increase your income by 7 million,
The Atop income will become 40%.
I don't understand. Income from Atop shows higher increase to the total revenue. Increase amount shows a minimal percentage when compared. And I don't understand this table.
Increase in dollars means it's like increase in foreign state, the increase in foreign countries.
Can the rest of you, do you understand what this means? Increase in
No,
dollars.
I don't really understand.
Income in dollar amount increased 53% compared to a top online business. I have difficulty trying to understand this table. What are you trying to show us?
Actually, Prof, she wanted to differentiate about the increase in our country and also in foreign countries based on the market analysis. Like in our country, it's increasing, but it's slow. But in foreign countries globally, this agriculture, which is more towards organic, is increasing more drastically compared to locally.
Increase in dollars refer to?
Globally. Globally. Jangan kacau.
17 million increase income for Atop. Increase in dollars. Dollars is 7 million USD. I don't know, maybe it will take me some time to understand this, but anyway, let's move on. Next slide, please.
Jangan kacau.
Apa marah-marah ni? Hujan lebat ni.
Ui.
Unmute. Mute. Okay, who's gonna present this? No mind, don't have to present, we'll just take a look at it. Eliminate physical grocery stores. Reduce loan. Raise workers. Create one-stop center. Pening oh. Innovation. Just don't put just innovation.
Okay, Prof. I take note. Sorry.
Okay. Where's the price? Always, you must always have your price in every strategy canvas. Make sure you have the price.
Okay, I put it after
Okay.
this.
Okay, financial management. Tak boleh macam tu. Tak boleh just financial management. Be specific.
If you don't mind.
Hmm?
What's the best term to substitute for financial management? Is it a good governance or what?
No, no governance. You don't use a general term in your strategy canvas. Use very specific to the organization. And your strategy should help you to solve your problems and take you to the blue ocean. You're doing this ERRC in order to enhance or in order to improve the profitability of the company. When you eliminate something, you expect your cost to go down. In your graph, I don't see any elimination. If you eliminate something, you must go all the way down to zero.
Actually, it's physical grocery store should go down there, the yellow color.
Physical grocery store. I think you don't get clearly the idea of a strategy canvas.
Oh, okay.
You raise number of workers in R&D. So you should have something related to that on your canvas to reflect that. The two must match. And the solution must, at the end, solve the problems you listed at the beginning. You create one-stop center, but you put down there innovation. But by creating one-stop center doesn't mean, you know, you will be different. You have, Mardi also has one-stop center for agribusiness. So for me, there's nothing unique in your solution. It's nothing like catchy or something that will, by right, should have a wow factor. Wow. Yeah. Think about it, you know, for next week, maybe you need to present again. Next slide, habis dah.
Okay, Prof. We take note.
Habis, yeah. Overall, you didn't really focus on the key problems of the business. You may want to reconsider your strategy canvas and also your ERRC. Okay, thank you. Now I invite Superior Group to present your work. And then lastly, we have mana lagi? Dalgona. Okay, Superior.
Yes, bro. Let me share.
Okay, start your presentation, please. Who's presenting? Hello. Can somebody respond? I don't hear anybody.
I can hear you, Prof.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
So as we can see, the picture on the left, which is in Malaysia, the percentage for the year 2020, farming agriculture fall under other agriculture, which mean increase to 25.9% from the year 2019.
That's in Japan.
I mean on the left, Prof.
On the left,
The
It's-
picture is in Malaysia.
okay, percentage share by apa tu? Kind of economic activity. Why are you sharing with us the GDP share for Japan? Confusing.
We want to compare the GDP between both countries.
So what did you find out between Malaysia and Japan?
That GDP in Malaysia in the year 2019 is much bigger than Japan.
Oh, wait a minute. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? The Japanese are more efficient. Japanese produce more output. Japanese are much better than us. Then you say Malaysia has a bigger contribution. I find it difficult to accept.
Okay.
I have your slides. I received your slides, yeah. But I will let you move on to the next slide.
Okay.
Okay. Your SWOT analysis. Okay, that's good. High operation costs. Yeah, that's true. They should be more efficient. Threats is competing with foreign brands. Okay, you have your opportunities there. Okay, let me call Ilya Nasuha. What do you think of this SWOT analysis, Ilya?
Yes, Prof.
Yeah, any comment on this SWOT analysis?
I think for threats, competing with foreign brand, I think all the industry have the competitors. So it's very general.
Good point. Very good point, yeah. That is something you cannot avoid. But is that a threat? Competing with foreign brands, is that a threat? Before you enter, you know there are competitors. Superior, why do you put that as a threat? Maybe we misunderstood you. Can you explain to us? Superior? Siapa tadi? Karonisa?
Yes, Prof.
Why do you put down competing with foreign brands as your threat?
Com what I mean is, what we mean is the diversity product included fresh juice, fresh salad, and sandwiches.
I don't understand. I'm sorry. Can you please repeat? Competing with foreign brands. Okay, in consideration of time, I'm not just gonna, wait for your response, but I want you to rethink about that. We move on to the next slide. The rest of you, please pay attention, and if you have questions, do raise it, because this is a sharing session. Everybody needs to learn. You have 5 forces model. Yeah, now you see barriers to entry low. Somebody said high before this, another group. Is it high or low to get into this business? Vishalani? Visha?
Yes, Prof.
What do you think? Barriers to entry, high or low?
I think high
Why?
because in agriculture we have to buy more because the cost is high in agriculture sector.
Yeah, if you're going in big scale and high tech, of course, that will be high startup costs and therefore high barrier. If you looked at Singapore, for example, yeah, the way they handle the agriculture is totally different because it's just a small island. They don't have the luxury of land as we have here in our country. So it's vertical farming. Yeah, they put layers and layers, and it's like, you know, a building to do the farming is all a high-tech basis, and of course that's a very high barrier to entry. But in our country, you know, we're still very traditional. Depending on which particular sector you're in, you can be very low. So when you're facing with this situation, it's good that you really explain, yeah, why is it low or why is it high? Because like I mentioned earlier, if it's high tech, if it's large scale, of course, you need a lot of capital to start the business. And you don't expect to have many competitors. Yeah. If you looked at agriculture in the developed countries, it's usually very, very large, you know, very capital intensive, not labor intensive, and of course subsidized by the government, and prices are controlled by the government, and sometimes it works on the reimbursement basis. Yeah, they got reimbursed for their costs, and in that particular case, um, not many companies are interested to get into such business. Yeah. So always explain when there is a possibility of different uh, uh, answers or different approaches. Okay. Now, next slide. Okay, everybody looked at this slide. Look at the key success factors. Give your comment. Good governance, cross out good governance. Okay, let me call Azma Najmi. Do you have any opinion on this slide?
Hi, Prof.
Hi.
Wait. Under eliminate, what does it mean differentiation strategy?
Okay, good question. Why do you want to eliminate the differentiation strategy? Don't you want to differentiate your company from the rest? Isn't that what Blue Ocean strives to achieve? You want to achieve differentiation strategy. Why is it in your solution you want to eliminate it? Nur Ashikin Nasir, why do you think your group wants to eliminate this strategy? No response. Okay. I hope this group will go back and discuss again and clarify what do you mean by that. Okay, reduce cost of production. Can you reduce cost of production? How?
Hello, Prof.
Hello, Nur Shazana. Yes, Nur Shazana.
For the differentiation strategy under the eliminate, I think the product, I think the vegetable Azlan is different from other competitor because of his vegetable quality and the uh, and the product that used on the vegetable.
Do you understand what differentiation strategy means? Differentiation strategy, take a simple example. BMW. Everybody knows BMW, even though we don't own BMW. BMW really differentiates its cars. Yeah. You can customize your cars. They can measure the length of your hand. They can measure your height. They can customize it to fit your exact size, for example. So that's differentiate BMW from other cars. So if you, for example, really concerned, really about comfort in driving, and you can afford to customize it for yourself, then probably BMW is for you. Of course, it's more expensive than most of the cars. Similarly, for example, I take cars as an example because it's easier to imagine. Yeah. Volvo. Yeah, Volvo has a technique whereby, if when you're driving, the car can, with the artificial intelligence, can estimate the speed of the car in front of you, and if it's not safe, the car itself will reduce the speed automatically to avoid any risk of collision with the front car. So that's differentiation strategy, how you make your product totally unique and totally different, and then you can actually cater to a specific segment of the market. Yeah. Can we do this in the agriculture sector, in the farming sector? Ask yourself and make sure it's something practical to do. Okay, let's see your next slide. I'm not going to touch on everything because you still have time, 1 week, to rethink. The next week we will finalize. Habis dah? Okay. Okay, end of the slide. Okay, that's fine. And we have one last group to present, which is group mana tadi? Dalgona.
Yes, Prof.
Okay, can you share with us what's unique about your slides? Nice picture. Okay, okay, next slide. Industry analysis, very good. Okay, what do you mean it's fragmented? The organic food market is fairly fragmented. Tell us about it.
Hi, Prof.
Hi.
Okay, so what does it mean by fairly fragmented? It is in the industry, organic food industry, there are more competitor in the market. It's focused in this business through development of innovative efficiency reliable technologies to meet the customer demand. So
So is it good or bad to be in a market that is fairly fragmented?
for me, it is good because with a large number of competitor, they compete in the R&D aspect, especially like that.
Okay, let me hear questions from others. Anyone has anything to address?
Prof,
Yeah.
before other The group asked question. I just want to add on a little bit. Our industry analysis is we search on subsector industry, which is organic farming industry.
Very good. That's more focus. Yeah. Okay. So let me hear a question or two from the rest. It says increase more than sixfold at the bottom there. Decrease in Asia, 7.1%. Why is that?
Hi, Prof.
Hi.
It decreased because mainly due to a drop in organic farmland reported from China.
Oh, due to
To a drop in organic farmland.
Farmland.
Yep.
They developed the farmland. The size of farmland has been reduced.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, I'm sure you enjoy research on this particular organic segment because actually this has a great potential. Yeah, every country in the world is now going into this industry. Okay, I wish we have more time, but go to the next slide. Okay, tell us about this.
All right, Prof. I'll be presenting or I'll be explaining about trends in distribution and consumption of organic agriculture products. So from our analysis, we can see that there is a trend in organic specialty supermarket, organic couriers, and organic food that is served at hotel. Okay, so firstly, for organic specialty supermarket, this usually exists at high income countries such as United States of America, Japan, and Korea. So this organic specialty market, they only put on shelf products that is free from any additive or any MSG and things like that, and including organic producers that is are organic producers. Okay, and then next is organic careers. So organic careers, why there is a need of organic careers when conventional careers had already exist? It is because maybe the packaging and the packaging care for conventional career and organic career differ because as we know, I take an example like harum manis. Harum manis, they have different packaging from conventional careers like plastic only. So that's why there is a need of organic careers. And then for organic food served at hotel, so usually organic food that is served at hotel is served at a 5 or 4-star hotel because we know the guests of this hotel is from target market that had high income high income level of money. So when they had high income, they are willing to pay for a premium for a finer things in life, and they enjoy finer things in life. That is why organic food is served at hotel. And in addition, organic food is healthy. So for people that is health conscious, it is good for them. Okay, that's my explanation for trends. I'll
That's
be moving
good.
to my
That's very
friend.
interesting. Yeah, that's the trend we are seeing now. People are willing to pay higher prices for organic food, and even at hotels and premium restaurants now you see the choices are more for organic food. Yeah, that's very good. On the key success factors, we can see here they just listed 4 key success factors. I think there should be more. What do you mean by multiple segmentations?
Multiple segmentation means like they multiple, like they diversify their products, Prof. like
multiple segmentations would
like fruits, vegetables, like that. Not only in grocery, they will like, I would like to say like, um, this strategy like multiple segmentation, like, sorry, sorry, Prof. Blank.
I don't get the meaning yet. What do you mean by multiple segmentations? Anyhow, okay. As far as key success factors, you need to come up with 2 or 3 more. Strong branding, that's good, you know. Effective distribution, yes, of course. I'm not sure about what you mean about multiple segmentations. There's a question mark, and technological capabilities, of course, that's your key success factors. Yeah. And you brought up an interesting, what do you call it, opportunities here. Yeah. For in terms of expanding the customer base, we see now in the word hotels come up here. Yeah, and organic specialty supermarkets. Yeah. So the rest of you could also think and consider the trend, you know, and how we can actually consider the new customer base, yeah, with some new offerings for this company. Okay, next slide.
Okay, for the first problem, which is the level of financing increase over time. Okay, this is the list of loan for Azlan business. For firstly, Azlan was offered a grant by a local bank owned by the Ministry of Finance, but he took it as
No need to explain.
all right.
We have read the case and we know what you mean. This is very clear cut. You showed 3 problems here: financing, leadership, and labor. So here we see 3 different functional areas. This is good. I'm not saying it's correct, but I'm saying at least they have identified problems from 3 different functional areas. The first function is financing. The second is on the human resource or the labor. Yeah. And the third is on the leadership. Yeah. This is part of management, but it's more specific. If you put leadership, some companies have problems with leadership. When you say leadership, you know, it's more focused, and when it's more focused, it will be a lot easier to solve. Okay, so this is a good example of how you classify the main problems in a case. Okay, next slide. Okay, everybody take a look at this and ask or comment on what they have put down. Maybe you can explain on your creation, because creation will be something new. Okay, tell us about this.
Okay, Prof. The B vectoring technology means like they use commercial reared bees to deliver, like using vector-right powder. It's a new technology that they do in Canada. They have been reared for 20 years R&D research for that. So this one is from, they use bees to to bring the vector-right powder. Like vector-right powder is like for pollination, like that. So it will bring to the crops and prevent it will prevent it is like a pest control. It is like a pest control, and this will, in this bee vectoring technology, it will help the crops to grow more faster, and the crop shelf will be longer in this technology. Like in Malaysia, in my research, like in Malaysia is not yet. If Atop uses, it may different from other organic farming farms.
Okay, so you're proposing for Atop to adopt this
Yes.
technology. Okay, did you have any idea how much it will cost?
It's not really. I didn't know it because in the website, in the original website, they didn't put the exactly cost.
Well, yeah, I'm glad you did some research on this one. See, this is a value added information we get from this class. And from this class, now we learn and this new technology. It was just last night that I was watching this documentary about China's technology in producing honey. So it's a good idea to always catch up with, innovation and technological advancement, because especially in the test, if you can come up with some creation or some innovation that is related to the latest technology, of course you will get some extra marks or bonus mark, for having additional knowledge about something. Okay, the laser scarecrows, how is it?
And for the laser scarecrow, it is a laser bird deterrent system, which is non-toxic, eco-friendly, and easy to install. Which is laser gun fire a green laser through a bushes. When the bird get close, it will shoot a laser because the bird will seem to mistake the laser for a approaching predator, and it will get, yeah, something like that.
Okay.
And
I'm not an expert in agriculture, but I can imagine, somehow what it does. Yeah. So that's good. That's good. That's interesting. Yeah. But of course, your creation or your innovation should be practical and suitable for the Malaysian environment. Okay. Now let me just. Okay, I think the rest are fine. Just go on to the next slide. Okay. You are introducing two new innovations or two new creation, is it? There's no price in your factor. Price is always, I can safely say, is always one of the key success factors. Yeah. You can play around with your pricing strategy. So now let's look at this. You eliminated what? Short-term warehouse?
Yes, we eliminated short-term warehouse. Can I explain about short-term warehouse?
Okay.
Okay, so first, if we see in the case study, it is said that Atop and Azlan is in partnership with a Japanese warehouse to store their producers and products. So in short term period, it can be seen that the company might be running at a loss because due to having to serve interest, loans, and outstanding overhead. And the partnership will only bear fruit in the long term period. But at the end of the case study, Azlan main concern, one of it is how to reduce its loan. So maybe he need to revise his strategy in deciding to partner with a certain warehouse. So I think he can eliminate the short-term warehouse and just place it with implement a new strategy for his crop, like just in time strategy, just in time system, so that the product can be sent directly from directly from Malaysia to Japan, and does not need a warehouse to store things because we use just in time system. That's our
Okay. I open up for one or two questions before we end.
Sorry, Prof.
Yeah.
Are you hear me?
Yes. Fadil, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. In my opinion, for the overview of ERRC, can you previous slide? I want to see ERRC. Okay. For the overall, we can see that like race create is more cost that Azlan need to invest. But as we know, the problem is the lack of capital. So I did not did how to raise the increase skill. In increase skill, need to he need to invest more classes for employee, and the create be veteran technology like Anis like what Aina Sukri mentioned uh doesn't have detailed costing, but I think the vectoring technology is more high cost. So I don't know how to Azlan need to implement this create of the innovation.
Okay, respond from the group, please.
I think maybe we can have a partnership with the company that did this, and they can teach us, and then we can form a partnership instead of paying them.
Okay. For the joint venture, we need to give what we have ratio in we to need invest, like the total cost is 20,000. So we need to invest 10,000. That is the cost Azlan need to invest. Also cost. So I think the problem is not related to the grade. Understand what I mean?
Okay. Oh, you mean from our problem? But in our problem, we did not state about lack of capital, but we state about uh, the cost of financing, which is the loan.
Uh, okay. uh, what? Okay. Based on this case, we stick that as we know, Azlan have lots of total capital and this cash flow also thing. So we must refer to this case because this is case study. If we have about capital, we need to explore. We need to create the how to reduce cost and how to get more profit. But in this ARC, I see that the rate is more high than before before the Azlan invest. Like
Okay.
okay, you stick increase skill. Okay, we need to have classes and the variety organic. Okay, we need to invest. So I think this is not the suitable risk and fit. In my opinion, just in my opinion.
Can I
Alright. Okay.
can I interrupt Mr. Fadil? Okay. As based on my research, I found article which is China company in agriculture. They create or they make an innovative a cost-effective laser scarecrow. So, in my explain, I not show in the slide, but I have my own explanations, which is in terms of financial, Atop can also design a cost-effective laser scarecrow, just like China company has made. Thank you.
And if I may add something, from what Fadil said, he said that this creation is not related to the case study. But I think this creation part is important because this is for pest control. If we didn't improve our pest control, maybe our producers, our crop will be affected.
Okay, that's mean your group prefer to get more loan and you must have to pay, and I I don't see your profit. Okay, I don't see your
Uh,
profits.
Okay, I think maybe instead of uh, if I okay here, from what I read, it stated that Azlan is worried about his financing, but he didn't state that he had a low capital, but he just worried about the increasing commitment, and I think he had money to build the creation, but he just didn't want to lend from people because if we can see from the case study, okay, they had enough income, they didn't have any loss, so I think they can invest into this and maybe gain grant from government, something like that. Yeah. That's all from me.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
okay,
Interesting. Yeah.
okay. Based on the case study, you must see that the part of a sale industry that Azlan do. Okay, we see that durian have the lowest sale or lowest sale. That's not before deduct the costing, deduct from the wages payable, wages payable. That's your what your impression for the sale. Like you think Aslan did not have losses, but he has losses in profit. Okay, for the high sale that organic, so he terpaksa what he need to took profit from the organic to invest in durian. So that is losses in profit. You understand losses in profit? That's mean you need to give portion for the grow up the another business. That I think if you want to create more investment, more loan, yeah, I think Azlan can bankrupt. I think.
Okay. Interesting discussion. I am very happy to hear some differences in opinions. That's very good. Um, I wish the group takes this positively. There's some truth in it, but you'll probably have your own arguments of how to go about it. Okay, and another one last point I would like to address is on the leadership aspect. You mentioned there's a problem of leadership, but where is it in the solution that you solve that leadership problem or you reduce that leadership problem? Okay, anyway, we are running out of time, and we're not done yet with this second case. I still would like you to work on this based on today's presentation. Maybe you have some new ideas about um, the innovation especially, and I am sharing with you in the group, yeah, about the three characteristics of a good business strategy, which are focus, divergence, and compelling tagline. These are the three characteristics that must be part of the blue ocean strategy. So for the next class, I want you to continue with this case, but try to come up, with more specific ideas on focus, divergence, and the tagline. Tagline, for example, like AirAsia, it says everyone can fly. Yeah. So that's a nice, catchy, simple tagline that people can easily remember and associate with AirAsia. Yeah. That's just one example. So for this company, for this type of business, every group will go back and think of a tagline, yeah, and think of the other two elements, the focus and the divergence. You can search the internet because blue ocean strategy is widely discussed, and look at examples of these three characteristics and reconsider your solution, and hopefully by next week you get better ideas, you get to digest some of your present solution, and bear in mind that you must make sure your solution will help solve your problems. So you must do that checking, and also at the same time come up with a more specific key success factors, yeah, in your strategy canvas. Okay, so thank you for your time and your patience and your participation. I feel very good about the discussion today, but I want you to spend more time, especially for those groups who haven't really do the industry analysis properly. Try to spend some more time looking at that and reread the case. Yeah, there are something very important that you must put into consideration. Look at the trend in Malaysia, look at the trend overseas. It's quite complicated in a way, but it is very practical. Okay. So any last question before I end this session? Okay, it's raining heavily outside my house right now. I would like to remind all of you to be very careful, take care, yeah. Do not go out unless it's really necessary, and also always take precaution. Okay, with that, I say thank you, Assalamualaikum, and have a good weekend. See you again next week, inshallah.
Thank you, Prof.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Prof.
Okay, bye-bye. Take
Thank you,
care.
Prof.
Okay, study hard. Yeah, we'll end the session now. Bye.
Thank you, Prof.
You're welcome. Take care, everyone.